Happy Tuesday. We got two more NBA playoff games. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we are back to talk some more NBA playoff action. What a game between the Celtics and the Knicks. Holy smokes. If you like a three-point contest, the Celtics took 60 of them. That's right. But yesterday, 1-0 day so far. Right now, we are waiting on the Thunder minus 9.5. As we record the first part of this video, they are up 12 in the third quarter, so hopefully they can hold on, cover, and give us a nice 2-0 day, but we'll recap that one bet here in just a little bit. Quick heads up also, Ryan will be gone the rest of the week, so I am going to try my best to get as many videos out as I can. 2 videos per night, every single night. Maybe a challenge, maybe I combine them. I just want to mention it to you guys, so bear with me this week, but I'm doing the editing and recording. So anyways, just want to let you know, but a quick reminder, MLB Best Bets video for Tuesday will be out after this one, so be sure to check it out. And of course, any graphics you see in this video are from OUTLIER, the best betting research tool on the market today. I use this every single day. I spend a ton of hours using it as well. Click the link below if you guys want to try it out. You get a 7-day free trial. So let's get into it, and that means it is dad joke time. So here we go. What did Simba say to the slow bus driver? Mufasa. I don't even know if I said that right. You get it. Okay, in this video, we're going to recap yesterday, and then we're going to talk Pacers at Cavs Game 2, and then talk Game 1 between the Warriors and the Timberwolves, and then, of course, finish it up with the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, come join this awesome community we have here, full of positive people, and also got a lot of winners being sent out in the Discord. Almost 5,000 people in it right now. Click that link below in the description. Come join us. It's completely free to join. So let's get it rolling. And that means it's recap time. All right, there it is. Just one green check mark and a question mark. Josh Hart over 24.5 PRAs was our 1-unit play, and that was a nice, easy cash. Of course, he crushed it in the first 4 minutes of the game, but he also got 2 fouls and sat out, I think, the rest of the first quarter. But it didn't end up mattering because he just dominated. He was one of the best players I saw on the court today. He was unbelievable all around, rebounds, assists, scoring, getting transition going for the team. It was pretty impressive, that's for sure. But nice winner there. Like I said, Thunder minus 9.5. They're covering right now in the third quarter, but we will see. Long ways to go still. So that's what we got. Playoff record, there it is, 23-26, down 2.49 units, 129 in the regular season. But hopefully we have a 2-0 sweep, carry it into Tuesday. So let's get into it, and that means it's time for the Pacers at Cavs. All right, we are heading back out to Cleveland, where the Cavs host the Indiana Pacers in Game 2. Cavs minus 9. Total in this one is 229.5. Just real quick takeaways from Game 1, because I watched like every single possession, I think, in this one for the most part. Pacers, incredible ball movement in Game 1. It was such a team effort. It's actually fun basketball to watch. It helps that you make 52% of your threes as well. Cavs really struggling defensively in transition. I saw a lot of ball watching, and then all of a sudden there's a guy open in Halliburton, and these guys will find them, and they will find them quick. Cavs also 9 for 38 from deep. It's amazing the Cavs were even in the game in the fourth quarter, to be honest with you. Obviously, the Cavs need to make some adjustments defensively. We'll talk about one of those here in the best bet, but let's get right into it. It's going to be an under on a player prop. Give me Jared Allen under 26.5 PRAs at minus 120 on ESPN Bet. Also the same odds on Bet 365. So yes, Evan Mobley is questionable. I think he plays. It might be a little more tight if he doesn't play, but I really do think he plays, especially in a must-win game here for them. So let's talk about the first reason why I like this. Well, Coach Atkinson needs to make some adjustments. So when I was watching the game, the Cavs, when they went on their runs, it was pretty much when Jared Allen was off the court, because with Indiana not being a big team and Turner playing around the perimeter and things like that, Jared Allen just wasn't in the right spots. And you saw it. He was switched on Tyrese Halliburton one-on-one up at the top a ton of times. And that's part of the reason why I lost Halliburton's under that, and he played well. But Pacers play fast. All this kind of stuff will probably play him off the court a little bit more. We saw a little bit less minutes in the second half, but I think he will make some adjustments, because when Dean Wayne was on the floor, when DeAndre Hunter was on the floor, and Mobley moved to the 5, again, assuming he plays, they were playing much better on both sides of the court. It just fit them better against this Pacers team. So I'm expecting a few less minutes. Of course, I could be very wrong. And Atkinson says, he's awesome. We need him to play 34 minutes, and he maybe goes over this, and Mobley doesn't play. Again, we're taking risks with some of these bets, but sometimes in the playoffs, you just have to predict coaches' strategies, adjustments, what they're going to make in the next game. Obviously not easy, but also let's just talk about him versus the Pacers in general. He's under this line in 3 of 4 games versus Indiana already. I'm not counting in the injured game where he played 1 minute. The only under also or the only over was right at 27. So he has not gotten more than 27 PRAs against this team. And the unders 23, 14, and 18. This is just not a great matchup. He's not always in the best rebounding spots because, again, you're out in the perimeter. He gets switched out a lot onto the guards. He's guarding Miles Turner out on the perimeter. And then so with these guys, and whether he's on Pascal Siakam as well, these are not guys that just sit in the key and he's just going to sit there for a rebound. That's why you see these low PRA numbers for him. So again, this is already a high number for him in general. He's under this line in 59% of games this season, averaging 25 PRAs, possibly less minutes if they're playing much better with him off the court, a little bit more small ball with Mobley at the 5. We will find out, but you know what? I'm gonna bet a half unit to try it out. So give me Jared Allen under 26.5 PRAs as my first best bet. All right, this next one takes us out to Minnesota, where the T-Wolves host the Golden State Warriors in Game 1 of the second round. T-Wolves minus 7.5, total 209.5. We got some storylines here. The hated rivalry between Draymond and Rudy Gobert, the headlock, and everyone knows they don't like each other. Butler playing his old team. T-Wolves fans absolutely hate Jimmy Butler. This has nothing to do with the game, but also don't forget the T-Wolves drafted Johnny Flynn over Steph Curry. I will never forget that. I just want to point that out. It means nothing for this game, by the way. Head-to-head this year, Warriors won 3 of 4 games. They won the last 2 games in Minnesota by 1 and 10 points. But they haven't played each other since January 15th. Butler did not play in any of those 4 games. So I really wouldn't take much into the account on those 4 head-to-head matchups. Only injury, Gary Payton Jr. questionable with an illness. Not a big deal, obviously. But let's get into it. I got another under. It's Jimmy Butler under 22.5 points at minus 110, minus 120 on DraftKings for a half unit play here. Butler's facing one of his ex-teams, obviously. There's a ton of those ex-teams for him. But game script here, I like the T-Wolves to win and cover if I had to take a side. And I think there's possible blowout potential with this tired Warriors team coming off a very physical game versus Houston. You heard Steph say it after. It was probably the most physical defensive series he's been a part of. So they're obviously a little worn down. But T-Wolves defense, they've been elite the last month of the season, last 15 games of the regular season. 4th best defensive rating, top 10 in free throws allowed. Important because Butler likes to draw fouls. They've just been good at not fouling. They're top 10 in points in the paint allowed. 7th best defense and second chance points. They just play really well, especially at home. Jimmy Butler had a good series versus Houston, and not including the blowout and injury games. He was over in this line in 3 of 4 games, but I think this is going to be a tougher matchup for him. He scores most of his points from a couple areas, less than 10 feet and pull-ups. T-Wolves are ranked second in these playoffs right now versus both of those, and they've been good within 10 feet for pretty much the whole season. I like McDaniels, obviously, a long physical wing player, one of the best defenders in the NBA, and I think he's going to help contain him and Steph Curry wherever he ends up on most of the time. But these teams don't like each other. They don't like Jimmy Butler. They're going to hopefully slow him down here in this one. I like an under. So give me Jimmy under 22.5 points. That is my second and final best bet. I'm still trying to research this series and kind of how I think it's going to go. I may have an added play here on one of these 2 games at least in the morning. So be sure to check the pinned comments on X and, of course, on Discord. So before we get out of here, let's check out that recap. All right, there it is. The 2 best bets so far. 2 under. Jared Allen under 26.5 PRAs for a half unit, and Jimmy Butler under 22.5 points for a half unit. Again, I may have an added play, so be sure to check the pinned comments below. But thank you guys for watching. As always, hit that like button if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. But hope you all have a great Tuesday, and we'll talk to you soon.